Welcome everyone, and welcome to this webinar about Odoo 19 new feature. I'm Malaïka. I'm a business analyst at Nalios since 2 years now.
And hello everyone, I'm Eliot, also a business analyst at Nalios. A little bit less time than Malaïka, only 6 or 7 months for now, but already had the opportunity to work on a lot of different projects. So that's very nice.
So we will wait a few minutes so that everyone can join us to this webinar, and let us know if you hear us well. You can send a comment if you hear us well during this presentation.
Also, all along the presentation, you will be able to ask your question about what we present. We'll take some times between each different things that we present to answer them if there are any. So feel free to ask anything you want. So I think we are going to start now. Yeah.
I think there is maybe a small technical problem with the presentation. No? Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so let's start the presentation of today, which is the new features that will change your workflow with Odoo 19. So as we said earlier, for those who weren't there, I'm Eliot. This is Malaïka. We are both business analysts at Nalios, and we are going to present everything that will change your workflow today. So here is the plan, the schedule of the meeting the presentation today. First, a little bit about Nalios. So we are going to present a little bit some numbers and everything about us. Then we'll present you the new features of Odoo. We won't have the time to cover them all because there are a lot of new features, but we will cover at least 10 different apps. So you will have a scope of what has been done with the new version, and finally a little conclusion. So first, who are we? So Nalios has been launched in 2020, so it's not a very old company, but already well implemented in Belgium. We are actually not in 4 territories, but in 5, because we have launched recently a new agency in the US. We are around 56 employees at Nalios, but I think it's a bit even more now since we have new people joining us almost every month. And also, Nalios, in overall, it's more than 10 years of experience, 300 implemented projects, and especially 4,000 satisfied users. So different agencies are based in mostly in Europe, but we also have one in Canada, one in the US, as I was saying earlier, and also one in Antigua, France. Our mission at Nalios is support your growth and save you time. So what we're doing is really to try to implement the best Odoo solution for you. So you will have the most indicated tool to work on a daily basis, and really have the time to do some other things that can be automated with Odoo. So now I will let Malaïka start presenting the new features of Odoo V19.
Thank you, Eliot. So one of the biggest new feature of Odoo V19 is, of course, AI. So now Odoo offer an application which is 100% dedicated to AI, with which you can connect different kind of AI software such as ChatGPT or Gemini. And now you can also find AI features across all Odoo applications, such as accounting, CRM, and project. So during this webinar today, we are not going to present you those new features, because we will organize in a few weeks a webinar which is dedicated to AI. If you want to learn more, and if you want to participate to this webinar, you can scan the QR code on the screen to subscribe to our webinar, which is on November 18. Let's move on to sales new feature in V19. So in the product catalog, you have now the possibility to add sections where you can add different kind of product to structure your quotation. We have also a new settings on section. You can make a section optional so that the customer can choose the quantity of product they want to order directly from the customer portal. On section, you can also now hide prices and section composition. And one last new feature is the partial payment. So customer can now pay partially their order directly on the customer portal to confirm a sales order. So I will go on Odoo to make a small presentation. So in the sales application, I'm going to create a quotation, and I will go here in the product catalog. So from this view, I can now add a section. So here I will rename my first section, section 1, and I will add all the product that I need in this section. I will add a section 2, and again, I add some product. Oops, sorry. And section 3. And again, I add a few, sorry. Like this, and now I can go back to my quotation, and I will see that my section has been added with the different products. So here I have my section 1 with my product, section 2, and section 3. Now I'm going to show you the new settings that you can add on the section. So on section 1, I will show you how to hide the price. So here I will hide the prices of my product. In section 2, I will hide the composition. And in section 3, I will make this section optional so that the customer can choose the quantity of product they want to order. So I will save my quotation. So our Wi-Fi is a bit slow, so it takes a little bit of time to load. Okay, I will show you the view of the customer on the portal. Okay, so now you can see in section 1 that the prices has been hidden. In section 2, all the product has been hidden. And in section 3, the customer can decide to add the quantity of product he wants. If he doesn't want to order, he can let the quantity to 0. And I will go back to the quotation to show you how it looks like. So here I can see in section 3 that the quantity of my 2 first product has been updated. Regarding the partial payment, you have 2 options. You can define a custom percentage directly in the quotation, or you can also define a default percentage in the product setting, just like here. I will then go back on my order to show you how the customer can pay. So from the portal, when the customer signs the quotation, he will be invited to pay 50% of the total amount. And when it is done, he can click on pay, and the quotation has been validated, and 50% of the amount has been paid. I don't know if there is question right now.
Not at the moment.
Okay, don't hesitate to ask your question during the presentation. So I will move on to the second application, which is the point of sale restaurant. So now from the restaurant, you can organize your order into services so that the order are sent correctly to the kitchen. You have also the presets. So if your restaurant offers different services such as delivery, takeout, or dining, you can define those presets and add some specific configurations such as price list or fiscal position. For instance, for fiscal position, it is interesting to configure them because we know that if you eat inside a restaurant or if you take out, the taxes are not the same, and you can manage that, for instance, with fiscal position. And the last improvement is the reservation management. So now you have a Kanban view with all your reservations that have been made, for instance, from the website or by phone, and you can organize your reservation easily. So I will go back in Odoo, in my point of sales. So I will open this restaurant and I will open a table. So I will show you how you can organize your order. So you have a course button. So for my first course, I will add, for instance, a cheeseburger. And for my second course, for my main course here, I will add, for instance, a pizza. When it is done, I can see that my order is separated in two courses, and I will send it to the kitchen. I will go back in the kitchen display, and in the preparation screen, I will see two separate orders, so two separate courses. I have my first course and my second course, so the cook can see that he has to start to prepare course 1, so the cheeseburger. So when it is done, he can simply click on the screen like this, and yes, so normally it is supposed to move on to the next stage. Sorry, it was a bit slow. So when it is done, the order move on to the ready stage, and the waiter can see which courses are ready to be served. And when the course has been served, the waiter can click just like this, and it will go to the complete stage. I go back here, so I see that course 1 has been fired, and now we can move on to course 2. So when the waiter knows that the customer is ready for course 2, he can click on fire course 2 to notify the cook that course 2 is ready to be prepared. So like this, he can see that he can move on with the pizza margherita. Oops. I will then show you the presets. So for the preset, you can see that the default preset is dining. But if you click here, you will see that you can also have a takeout and delivery. For takeout, you can choose the day and the hour that you want. And for the delivery, you can choose the customer for which the delivery has to be done. And regarding the move this, yes. And if you want to change the settings, you can go in the backend in the configuration of the point of sales. And here you can configure your preset. You can also add new one. And for instance, you can define some specific price list, fiscal position. You can also make some identification mandatory. So you can say that the name is mandatory, the address, and so on. And the last new feature was the reservation. So if you go in orders, I will just go back here. Yes, I will quickly show you this on the other restaurant. So from the booking here, you can easily see the booking that the customer has done on the website, or you can also create some manual booking. You have different stage. So for instance, if you have a customer that called your restaurant to make a reservation, you can simply type the name, say for how many people it is, number of hours, you can allocate a table, and yes, you can choose an hour. So here I will let like this, and you can save, and you can see the reservation in the booked stage. When the customer comes to the restaurant, you can move on this to the check-in, and if there is a no-show, you can move it to the no-show. And this view will help you to make some easily reporting based, for instance, on no-show, checking, based on the date, and so on. So I don't know if there are questions regarding the point of sales.
Still no question.
Okay. Really don't hesitate to ask your question. So the next application is the purchase app. So one of the new features is that you can now create alternative price requests at once. So you can easily select several suppliers to create a purchase alternative. And you have also some purchase forecast. So based on some settings that you can choose, Odoo will suggest you the product that needs to be ordered based on forecast, and also the quantity of product that needs to be ordered. So we will go in purchase, and I will take this supplier and this product. So I will show you the purchase alternative. So here I see that my price is $300. If I go in alternative, I can create an alternative by selecting yes, some supplier. So here I will select two of them, and when I click on create, at once I will have two requests for quotation. So here I have already worked with those suppliers, so I already know the prices. But if you don't know the price, you can send a request for quotation. And if I go back and I click on compare product, I will see the three requests for quotation. Odoo will highlight the most interesting price, so the cheapest price, but also the shortest expected arrival, and you can choose the purchase request that you prefer just by clicking here on choose, and Odoo will keep this one. Oops, I'll go back on my request for quotation, and now I will show you the forecast, the product forecast that have been added in the product catalog. So if you click here, and if you sorry, I took a wrong supplier. Yes, so if you click on suggest here, and you set the criteria that you want. So for instance, I want to replenish for 7 days based on the last 30 days times 200%. Odoo will make some forecast of product that I need to order to meet those criteria. So here I see that Odoo suggests me to buy 6 units of the office lamp. And so it will cost 210 euro. And if I want to order, I simply need to click on add all, and the product will be added in my purchase request. Are there questions about the purchase new feature?
Not a question, but just a remark to say that your presentation is very good.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So regarding accounting new feature, we have a new interface of the bank reconciliation. Odoo have also created some automation based on some rules. So for instance, if you have a payment that has the same payment reference, the same customer or supplier, and the same amount, it will automatically reconcile this payment with the invoice. So this is a new feature, and now on the customer, you have also a new smart button with a follow-up report where you can easily identify overdue invoices. And one last new feature are the annual reports. So now you can build your annual report directly inside Odoo. So I go back in the accounting app. So if you want to access reconciliation, you can go here on the bank on the button to reconcile, and you will see that the view has been changed. So now you can see that all the payments are listed. If you want to reconcile your payment with an invoice, you can click on reconcile. If you want to reconcile a payment with an account, you can simply click on set account. In general, what I recommend is to always set a partner before doing reconciliation, because it will be easier for after. And then you can choose to reconcile based on an invoice or an account. If I click here on reconcile, Odoo will show me all the invoices with the same customer, and he will put the first invoice will be the invoice that is most likely to match with the payment. So here this invoice has the same payment reference, the same partner, but also the same amount. And you can simply reconcile your payment. You can also, of course, create models. It will be always possible. So for the overdue invoice, if you go on a customer and that you open the contact, you can see that in the more button, you have a due smart button with the total amount of overdue invoice. Here you have the list of all the invoices that are overdue. You can choose to remove the invoice from the follow-up. You can also send this report to your customer. And the last new feature are the annual report builder. So if you go in review, in annual report, you can easily create new annual report or audit report. You can simply click here on new. You can name it. You can choose to save it. So here, and then you can customize this report as you want. So you can see that Odoo has some legal text that you can add or remove or change. If you want to add them, you can simply click like this to add them easily. You can add also the balance sheet by clicking on the customize button. You can choose the period on which you want to show the balance sheet. And you can also, of course, add some legal appendix to your report. And when it is done, and if you go back to the annual report, you can print it, and you can see that here I don't have all the data because I have a new database, but you can easily build the report, and you can see all the legal text that has been added. You will be able to see your balance sheet, the profit and loss report, and your appendix that you have added just before. Yes, so are there some questions regarding the accounting new feature?
No question.
Yeah, okay. So I will let Eliot move on to the next point.
Okay, so for the next point, we are going to talk about the e-commerce app and the website app. So basically, we have 4 main new features alongside a lot of smaller things, but we are only going to talk about those 4 main new features. Firstly, we have a lot of new layouts for the product pages and the website layouts. Before on the V18 and precedent version, you only have 3 website layouts and no product pages layouts. So now we can play a little bit more with all of that. We also have the option to select a unit of measurement for products. So, for example, I can say that a product can be sold by pack of 1, 4, 5, 6 units, and be able to let the customer choose all of that. Then with the cart, we have 2 new features. Firstly, the Odoo will automatically send an email to your customers if he has some items left in his shopping cart and hasn't proceeded to the payment. So it will just a reminder to your customer to not let cart with a product in it. And also we have a new option of quick reorderings, which will allow your customer to, with one button, to already order what he ordered the last time he went on your website. And lastly, we have some new features in the CEO improvements, and also the possibility now to appear on the Google Merchant Center with an API feature. So firstly, about the new layout, we'll create now a new website, just to look to have a look at that. As we call webinar 2. Oops, create. For the purpose of the presentation, we will take an online store with furniture, material, and with the goal to sell more. We'll take just a random color, and this is it. We have everything we need. So first off, we have the new website layout for the catalog. So we can see that now we have 6 different layouts, which wasn't the case before. For now, we'll take the one at the bottom right, and also for the product pages. So now that's something that's very new, is the possibility to have all those new layout for every product pages that will allow you to have a more design website and a more specific one, which will also allow you to have some different features from your concurrent, for example. So I will not go to the end of it because otherwise it's going to take too much time to create the website, but let's now go into the possibility to create more products, to have multiple units of products. So now we have this new field that's called packaging that will allow you to your customers to order one product, but per pack of multiple units. How can we configure that? We have to go to the product pages, go on sales, and then here on packaging, we can add all of the new things that we need to do. So for example, let's say I need a pack of 10 units. We'll do that. Save. Yes, forgot that. And so when I go on my website, we have now the new pack of 10 units that's available. So that's something that's quite new that allows us to have a more flexible things for your customer. Next thing is about the quick reorder. So for now, I still haven't done any purchase on that website, so I will do one just to make you an example. Let's take this one, for example, as a unit. We'll also take a chair and a warranty. I'm going to my cart. And I will check out, confirm, and pay. So now if I go back on my cart, that's now empty. I will have this new button that's called Quick Reorder. When I click on it, I have all of those, the last order that I made, with the ability to choose the one I want to add to the cart. So for example, I want this time 10 customizable desks instead of 1, but I don't want any chair and any warranty. So all I have to do is click on this. If I don't want the rest, then I don't have to select them, and I have my new order that's ready to be done and to pay on the website. Last thing is the SEO optimization. So there are a few things that are new now. So we have the same field as before, as so title, description, preview, and cover image. Also the keywords that were already there before as well. But now we have 2 new things that's called image optimization. That will help you to add some alt text to your pictures, so they are better referenced on Google. And also broken links. Broken links is when you have a button or something on your website that doesn't link to any existing website page, and that leads to an 404 error. So Odoo will detect them and tell you that there's that, so you can either cancel, delete the button, or add a link to a new page. Last thing is also that we can fill all of that with AI now, thanks to Odoo V19, and it will automatically complete everything on your SEO websites. SEO, sorry. Yeah, so I think that's all for the e-commerce. I don't know if there is any question.
Okay, no question yet.
Okay, then let's get to inventory app. So for the inventory, three main new features. Firstly, we can now organize better the order of deliveries in a batch. We also have the possibility, they actually changed the field to adjust the stock for the product. I will show you where it is now. And lastly, we have an improvement on the reordering rules that allows us to do it based on the season or on sales history. Oops, let's go to inventory. So firstly, the new field for the stock. Previously, it was in the smart buttons at the top of the screen. So it was in here, but now we have it on the general information tab. So when I click on the units there, I will land on the same view as before. Just it's a different access to go to it. The organization of the deliveries. So that's something that's new and that's very interesting. So for the example, I will create a new batch. Oops. And we will go check it right away, what we can do about it now. So we have now this new button that's called Map. This map is connected to an integration with Google Maps that will allow you to reorganize the order of the deliveries in order to have the best itinerary possible, so to have the most optimized possible. At the moment, I cannot show you it because I didn't have the possibility to do the connection with the token of Google Maps, but what it will look like, it will look like something like this. So you will have all your destination on Google Maps, and you will be able on the left side of the screen to reorder the different destination in order to have the best itinerary possible. Last thing was the reordering rules. So let's say, for example, let's take this product, for example, and we'll go to the reordering rules. So as before, it's accessible from the same place as it used to, but you have now this new button information. That button will allow you to have a better view on what will be your stock for the next X days. You can, for now it's 30 days, but we can also put it for the next 3 months, for the last 12 years and everything. So it will allow you to based on what has been ordered in the past from your customer, to better organize your purchase to your supplier. So for example, with my min and max rules, which is 12 to 14 units, I can see that I will need to reorder every 3 years, basically, which is pretty large, but it's okay. And also I will have an average stock of 30 units. But now if I change my max, for example, I will set it to 20. I can see that now I have to reorder every 300 days, more or less, and I will only have an average stock of 16 units. So that allows you to have a better view on your stock over the long time, and will help you to really see what you can order based on what space you have in your inventory. And that's it for the inventory. So I don't know if there is any question for that.
No question for the moment.
No question. So let's get to next application, which is manufacture. So what we have new here, it's firstly on the bills of materials, we are now able to track costs based on actual or theoretical time, which is new. And also we can also decrete that bills of material is for a certain amount of products, of units. So we can create a batch size for each product. As for the inventory and the reordering rules, we can also plan production based on the previous year. And we can also now, from a single MO, generate a multiple number of serial numbers, which wasn't the case before. And lastly, we also have a new view, a new Gantt view that allows the project manager to have a better view on the production for the next few months. So on the bills of materials, there. Okay, so firstly, we can know on every operation for 1 meal of materials, we can now base the costs on actual time or theoretical time, sorry. So it will allow you to have a better view on what you need to have based on how you work. If you need to have the actual time to see how much costs you a product, then you can select it, or only on the theoretical time. This is up to you. In the miscellaneous tab, we have now the batch size. So you can either select to have it or not. And if you select it, you can choose what amount you need to have on your batch size. So those are two new things. Next up is the possibility to plan your manufacturer order based on the previous demand. So we have now this view on the master product schedule. And in here on the little pencil, you can now select to check what you need to have based on the previous period. So if you don't select anything, it will only take all periods, but you can also base it on a certain month. So for example, for the October 2025, I will base my production on last October and put it to 120%, for example. Since last year, the same time, I didn't have any order. I only have, there is no forecasted demand based on that. But now, if I'm taking the actual demand and I will try to put it to 120%, you can see that my forecasted demand is 26.4 units. And so I need to order, create 36.4 units as well. So that allows you to have a better view on what you need to produce over the time. So also still on the manufacturer orders, you have now this new view, that's the Gantt view, that allows you to just drag and drop your production and to have a better view of what will be your production over the next few weeks, months, days, based on what filters you're using. And will help you to really manage your production based on what you need to have. And last thing I forgot to show you, it's the generation of multiples serial number. So if I'm creating a new batch of stool, for example, let's say this one, I need to have 20 units. I confirm. I now have this generate serial number. So you only have to write down the first one you need to have, and then you can click on generate, and Odoo will automatically create all the other serial number that you need. You can then apply them to the production, and then it's good to go and good to be produced with all your new serial numbers. They are all also accessible from this smart button at the top, and you can have all of them. So that is for the manufacturer app. I don't know if you have any question for that.
No question for the moment.
Okay. So let's move on to the next app, which is projects. So on the app project, we now have the possibility to have templates of projects, a template of tasks. So that will help you to, if you have a company like us, we are consultant, we work on different projects, but basically we use the same model for everything. It will allow you to win some time on the management of the project, and you can better put it in, for example, in the analysis of what your client needs. You can also, from the calendar view, organize your tasks better. So you can do a drag and drop to put your task when you have time to work on them. And lastly, also we have a new Gantt view. So let's have a look at that. So on my project app, I will, for example, take this project as a new template. What I can do is, from the settings of the project, I can decide to put it as a template. So just going to on the little wheel next to his name, you can convert it to a template. And then when you're on your project view, by clicking on the new button, you will now have all your templates that are there. You can also delete them if you need to. And when you create a new project based on a template, then it will automatically have the same settings. and also have the same task in it. So we have a certain amount of tasks that are basically from the template of the project. We'll be able to have them in here. To have a task as a template, what you can do is just going in here, same thing, on the task, you go to the little wheel next to his name, and then you convert it to a template as well. So when I'm on my project, for example, this one, and I want to have this one, a new task, sorry, there, you can normally take your, take it, where is it now? Okay, so I don't know where the button went, but you should be able, as a project, to create a new one with a drop-down list and take the task that's in it. So what I was going to show you as well is the possibility to reorganize your task based on the calendar view. So when I'm on the calendar view, I have firstly all my tasks there. So I can, for example, take one, for example, this one, and move it wherever I want. When I have a new task, it will appear on the right side of the calendar view, and we can take it and place it wherever you want. And last thing was the Gantt view. So as for the other app manufacturer, you can also have that new view that will help you to see who is assigned to which task and for when, and have a better view on the planning of your projects. So that's it for this app. I don't know if there is any question about it.
No, there's still no question.
Okay, so the last question, app I will show you is the Sign app. So the Sign app, one of the main new features is that it's pretty much accessible from every other app, from sales, from accounting and everything. You can always ask your customer to add a signature to your file from every application. But what you also have new is, firstly, you can upload one of your own PDF to the app and add signature fields to it. You have the ability to sign from the chat, so I will show you how we can do that. And also we can request the signature of multiple documents at once. Before we could only have one request for one document, so now we can send a batch of documents and with only one request to the customer. So let's take, for example, the possibility to add one of your own file. So for example, I will take this one, upload my file, and then I will be able to add my different section in it quite easily. We can also this is a Odoo document, so basically it may make a little bit sense, sorry. But you can also, for example, take your general condition of sales in it and everything, or your disclosure agreements or something like that, and it will always be the same workflow. So you can upload your file and then just drag and drop some little cases. From the same app, you can also upload a bunch of different PDF and do the exact same thing. So the difference with what we had before is that we had to do one document by one, and now we can edit them all at once. I'm going to put a signature there, a signature here, and everything, and then you can send them in one go to the customer, so it doesn't have to have one email per document, but all the document in one email. And lastly, what I'm going to show you is the possibility to sign from the charter of, for example, a purchase requests. So if, for example, I send my request for quotation to my supplier, I can now click on the document on the charter and click on the sign button. That will take me to the same thing as before. I will be able to drag and drop everything in it. Then when I'm ready, I can sign it right away. Oops. Sign all. And then now, if I'm going back to my purchase requests, I will have my signed document in the charter, and my supplier will be able to see it as well as me. So that's it for my presentation on the sign app and on the different application. I don't know if there are any questions about anything.
No question.
Then I will let Malaïka conclude this webinar.
Thank you, Eliot. So to conclude this webinar, we can say that one of the biggest new feature of Odoo V19 is, of course, AI. If you want to learn more about Odoo AI, you can, of course, subscribe to our webinar of November 18. If you want also to learn more about Odoo V19 new feature, you can also go on our website to consult our blog or our academy, where you can see Nalios video tutorial. And regarding the migration to Odoo V19, of course, we recommend you to migrate to Odoo V19. It will enable you to access all the latest innovation of the V19, and also it will improve the speed of your database. It can also help you reduce some maintenance costs if you have development in your database. So for instance, if in Odoo V19, a development that you have made is existing in standard, so in the native behavior of Odoo V19, you will be able to remove this development, and it will help you to reduce your maintenance costs. And if you want to learn more about Odoo V19 future, don't hesitate to contact one of our experts by scanning the QR code on the screen. I don't know if you have a last question before we conclude this webinar.
There are still no questions.
No question. We will wait maybe a few seconds to see if there are other questions. Still no question? Okay. So thank you everyone for taking part to this webinar. We hope that we will see you during our next webinar about AI on November 18. And I hope that you will have a nice day. Thank you.
Bye everyone, have a nice day.